Sterling. That always looked inevitable. The defence dealt with that really well. Looks to slip it through. Goes for a lob. Oh, the ball's come loose. Pogba. Neymar. And it's Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez passes it through. And he's through on goal. Goal! And they get themselves in front! Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
I just thought he was alert and direct. There was no messing about. He was too quick for the keeper, and that's a fine finish.
Chelsea take the lead. Hits it! That's gone a long way up and away. Both sides a bit lacking in intent. It's a loose ball. Messi plays a clever pass. Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant! They have come roaring back!
Messi did so well with that interception, but what followed was a pretty lethal counter-attack that took seconds to convert. That's as sharp as...
Goal! Milan! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Well, for me, that's just pure predatory brilliance. It's not so much the finish, but the way he read the situation when nobody else was even alert to it. It's fantastic.
Milan go into the lead.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Pogba. Milan are ahead here. It has been a good half for them. Sterling with a long pass. Where to from here? Pogba tries to dink it in. He's found his man. Chance! He's off on a marauding run. Can he dig out a shot?
To be fair, that was tough for the keeper to handle.
And it's Pogba, looks to thread it through. Keeper's ball. Zabaleta. Now it's Sterling. Ball is over the line. Looks like a good ball through. Sterling played it early. Taken goal. Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. Deflection may or may not have made a difference. Little matter, it is his. Milan take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Yeah, they may well be 2 up now, but the beauty of this game is that it can all change in a flash.
There's the whistle for half-time. Milan 2 up, but it is a crazy, undulating, unpredictable game. Here we go again. Sterling with the ball through. Now it's Pogba. That'll be a corner. Pirlo, the regular corner taker. It's Pogba! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. American with style. The second half sparked straight into life. Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
Now it's Neymar.
Yeah, the defence had him exactly where they wanted him there. Didn't even give him the space or the room to turn. And I think if they can keep him facing the other way, then his threat becomes a much lesser issue.
Sterling. Luis Suarez. And it's Messi. And he's shown him a clean pair of heels. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Milan presented with the perfect chance here to open up their lead. He'll fancy himself from here. Messi! Well, he would surely have scored there more times than not. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. And the counter is on. Messi!
Well, that was a really awkward one for the goalkeeper to deal with.
João Moutinho. Adriano pumps it forwards. Sterling. Lobs it in gently, floated through. He's one-on-one, surely! Looking to force his way through. Neymar! Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant!
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud, because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller. Neymar showed real composure then. I mean, how often do you see a player do everything right until he gets into the box, only to completely kind of fluff the finish? Not him.
This has become one superb game of football.
Yeah, we thought that this one would be close between two strong sides like this, and I think that just goes to prove it.
Neymar. Forward it goes. Navas. That's Piliqueta. Throw it. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Well, that's not going to go down too well with his teammates. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. Deftly done. Adriano needed to come up with a better ball.
Yeah, and the vision to get him through was all good, but the execution of the pass wasn't quite right. But importantly, he's holding his line until the very last moment, and that will pay off.
Dinks one in. Now it's Luis Suarez. And through to the goalkeeper. Pirlo positions himself well and cuts it out. Neymar, the scorer already in the game, tries a through ball. It's Luis Suarez! They've scored! And the comeback is complete! Jim, your thoughts?
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
Chelsea. Neymar! Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant!
Oh, this is a real show of character. Rather than let their heads drop, they've stood proud and fought hard. Brilliant.
Neymar versus the keeper, and only one winner.
Well, when you go one-on-one with the keeper, you can't afford any indecision, and that was decisive and clinical.
Matías Fernandez. Pirlo. And it's Pedro. Now the pass. What an adventurous run from a defender. Shoots! An absolute thunderbolt! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And they get themselves in front!
Krul perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
No mistake! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line! Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
Well, he's got the result there, but you really have to question that defence, or lack of it.
What a climax we have here! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Milan give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish. Neymar, Nainggolan. Oh, that's neat. One good cross, maybe the last chance. It's a long forward pass. Looks like a good ball through. Pirlo looking to get on the end of this. Here it is now, surely. What about it? Two to the good, they have breathing space. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the play.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, Lionel Messi! Deep into injury time!
I just think he showed a lovely appreciation of where that...
The final whistle. Milan are stunned. They controlled it, they led, but somehow they lost. Your reflections then, Jim?
Listen, the one area that was most vulnerable was the heart of their defence. They've got to be far more robust in such a crucial position, and for me it cost them the game.
So we've reached the end of our coverage for today. Many thanks to Jim Beglin alongside me, and we'll both see you next time.